All right, so this visual is going to be the key visual of the day. Rahul Gandhi being dragged away by the Delhi police as he and other leaders, including Priyanka Gandhi, Akhilesh Yadav, two sitting chief ministers, were protesting outside the Prime Minister's residence today as they have dramatically escalated the protest that was started by the CJP. In this video, I'm going to give you a breakdown of everything that has happened in the last 24 hours when it comes to this one matter. So remember, we spoke yesterday at about 7 o'clock. So everything that happened from 7 o'clock yesterday till today is in this video. Now, the most important or the most dramatic thing that has happened is that the Congress party and the rest of the opposition have got involved. They escalated the political confrontation today, taking the protest directly to the Prime Minister's residence at 7 Lok Kalyan Marg. The march was led by Rahul Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge, Priyanka Gandhi, several Congress MPs, two sitting chief ministers, the Chief Minister of Karnataka and the Chief Minister of Kerala. They were all camping on the road outside of the Prime Minister's residence and shouting slogans. And we understood towards the evening, other opposition leaders had started joining in as well. Now, the Congress leaders earlier had visited injured protesters at the Ram Manohar hospital, and where several injured students are currently being treated. And from there, they marched to the Prime Minister's residence, demanding accountability from the government. Now, addressing the media, Rahul Gandhi accused the government of refusing to answer questions about the brutalities on young students. He demanded the resignations of the Prime Minister, the Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, and the Home Minister Amit Shah, arguing that the government had failed to protect students and to address their concerns. Now, the Congress also had given a soundbite. Rahul Gandhi had spoken to the press outside of Parliament, where he said that they approached the Speaker of Lok Sabha and asked for a discussion to be scheduled on this matter of police excess and on the students protesting over NEET. And he says that the speaker said that first we will have to get permission from the government. Let me ask the government and then I will tell you if it's possible, which is not how things are supposed to happen. The speaker outranks the government, and he does not need permission from the government to schedule a discussion in Parliament. Remember, Parliament is meant as accountability, where the government has to give accountability to all of Parliament, and that was something that Rahul Gandhi claimed. And then after that, he said, in order to get that accountability, they are going to march to the Prime Minister's home and camp outside the Prime Minister's home. Now, in just a couple of hours of this happening, the government responded to the protest. Union Minister of State for the Prime Minister's office, Dr. Jitendra Singh, walked out and met Rahul Gandhi. And in the meeting, he offered apparently dialogue, but the Congress said that it will continue to demand accountability for the police crackdown on students. So that is one of the most dramatic things that's happened in the last 24 hours. Now, let me take you through everything else that's happened. In the day after the Chalo Sansad Monday protest by the Cockroach Janata Party, there was heavy rain last night at Delhi. The protesters returned to Jantar Mantar, where the Delhi police had dismantled their tents and their stage, and many of them just stayed there in the rain. On Tuesday morning, there were visuals of them cleaning the protest site. They gathered in Connaught Place, they gathered in the nearby metro stations, and even though Section 163 remained in force, they did not go home. CJP founder Abhijeet Dipke has apologized to the protesters. He basically said, I apologize to all of our supporters, especially the girls who were brutally beaten by the male police officers. We could have done better. Several protesters have alleged that the police personnel, without any visible name tags, assaulted demonstrators and referred to them as terrorists. These allegations have not been independently verified, nor have the police actually responded to them. As of Tuesday, Dipke alleged that the central government deliberately kept senior CJP leaders occupied while the police moved against the protesters. Remember, two spokespeople, Ashutosh Ranka and Saurav Das, were invited to meet the Union Health Minister JP Nadda. They were allegedly kept waiting for 4 or 5 hours. Dipke now says that they wasted our time. They called us for talks. At the same time, they unleashed the lathis on the students. So he said that first direct engagement between the union government and CJP was actually just a way to keep them occupied while all of this played out. He went on to say that now if the government wants talks, they will have to come to Jantar Mantar. We're not going to go to them. The police, on the other hand, the Delhi police has also escalated its response. It has registered 4 FIRs and said 2 more are being prepared. And cases have been registered in Parliament Street, in Connaught Place, under the Arms Act, Prevention of Damage to Public Property. And the allegation allegations are, there's a list: unlawful assembly, rioting, criminal conspiracy, assault on public servants, obstruction of government officials, vandalism of public property, stone pelting, and flying an unauthorized drone during a parliament session. The police say the protesters damaged 15 to 20 government vehicles. There are different accounts from both of those sides. The Delhi police says 118 police personnel, including senior officers, are injured. 70 protesters were detained, and the protesters turned violent and attacked the police with stones and damaged government vehicles. Now, the CJP version is completely different. They say the police used excessive force, laঠিed peaceful protesters, fired pellet guns, and they also say Saurav Das says that there is a video of a protester with multiple injuries, and the police have not commented on that pellet gun allegation. One woman is on a ventilator. As of Tuesday, the most serious development is that there is one young woman who was injured during the police action who's on ventilator support. The police had earlier said 60 protesters were injured during those clashes. The hospital has not released the names of the people who are there, or their medical details, or the numbers of people who are being treated, because they're across different hospitals. The Delhi High Court has declined an urgent hearing. The legal battle moved to court. There was a petition seeking an urgent hearing on the allegations of police brutality mentioned before the bench comprising of the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court, D.K. Upadhyay. And the bench declined an immediate hearing, saying, and I quote, "Don't drag the court into all of this." The court directed that the matter would be listed on Wednesday. And in other developments, of course, the leaders of the opposition, after Parliament was adjourned today, became very active. There was a massive confrontation. The Union Minister J.P. Nadda visited the hospitals, both of the hospitals where the protesters are receiving treatment. Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi also visited hospitals. And then Rahul Gandhi said the opposition will not let this be buried. Parliament was disrupted. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha faced disruptions because of the Delhi police crackdown, and both houses were adjourned. The Aam Aadmi Party became very active today. Arvind Kejriwal announced that the Aam Aadmi Party will set up legal and medical assistance helplines. The party demanded the Delhi police release a list of FIRs and the detained protesters. There was updates that Kejriwal actually went and camped in the police station with his legal team and secured bail for several of the protesters who were detained by the police. The Congress announced a legal team would represent students who had been arrested and detained. General Secretary Jairam Ramesh released a Google form for affected families seeking help. The left parties visited Jantar Mantar, and they demanded that the Union Home Minister Amit Shah make a statement on what happened. Sonam Wangchuk's update: according to his wife, speaking on behalf of the movement, Sonam Wangchuk, who remains on a hunger strike, he has not broken his fast, is still at Safdarjung Hospital. The High Court has proposed that he be moved, but it has not ordered that he be moved. And I find that language very interesting. Sonam Wangchuk continues to demand the resignation of the Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, assurance from cabinet ministers and from Parliament that these issues will be debated in the session, and government action on the memorandum submitted by the protesters. In a completely different note, the CJP also announced disciplinary action against one of its spokespeople, Vijita Dahiya. And this was very interesting because there were visuals of him actually inside the Burger King outlet on Monday when the lathi charge was going on. He was ordering and having a burger, and people said that it was insensitive. And he put out another video eating that burger, saying that, "Why are you asking me for accountability? I am not your elected representative. You were unable to ask the actual elected representatives for accountability, but you want it from me." And in a strongly worded statement, the CJP said that he was deeply insensitive and wholly inconsistent with the values and the principles of the movement. He's effectively been sacked. Daya defended himself and said that he had not slept for 2 days and he stopped to eat because he was very hungry. Now, I want to go through what the various opposition leaders are doing, but I want to focus on the Aam Aadmi Party. Remember, like I told you, Aam Aadmi Party leaders Atishi, Manish Sisodia, Sanjay Singh joined the protest yesterday. They climbed over the barricades and they were standing with the students. They've also demanded the same thing, the Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation, condemnation of that crackdown. Sanjay Singh, though, incidentally, then attacked the Congress party because Sharad Pawar and Supriya Suli went to Jantar Mantar. Members of the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena went to Jantar Mantar. Leaders from Tamil Nadu, leaders from the Aam Aadmi Party, they were all at Jantar Mantar supporting Dipke and the Cockroach Janata Party, but the Congress went in a different direction, right? So, Sanjay Singh of the Aam Aadmi Party questioned the Congress and questioned their motives. He said, and I quote, Prime Minister Modi has made Rahul Gandhi sit outside his residence to weaken the CJP movement. He accused the Congress of being in a jugalbandi with the BJP and suggested that a separate Congress protest is meant to divide attention away from the student-led movement because almost every other opposition leader had gone to Jantar Mantar. Like I told you, Arvind Kejriwal and his entire team left MPs. Several of the others had gone to Jantar Mantar to show their support. So there's obviously two things have happened, and it's being fought on various levels right now. The CJP has dug in their heels and decided they're going to stay and continue to protest. There is a sense of anger, I think, despondency across the country at the police action in Delhi. So that's one thing that's happening, and it's going into a legal forum because the Delhi police is filing FIRs and that's going to wind up in court. So that is one thing that is happening. And on the other side, you see the opposition has gotten into the game right now and they're split into halves. So on one side, there's the Aam Aadmi Party that has decided to remain embedded with the student movement in Jantar Mantar and argue that political parties should strengthen, not overshadow or pull in the opposite direction. The Congress has chosen a different route and decided to elevate the issue by a political confrontation directly with the Prime Minister. But all of this basically, to me, indicates that this protest now has got a new lease on life and it's going to continue for a while. The Congress seems to have recovered its political mojo in some way, gotten down into the trenches, actually gotten involved, being dragged away by the cops, visuals that we haven't seen in a very long time. So this suggests that what happened yesterday in terms of dissent uh, has incensed people to, to get more involved. So if the opposition keeps this up and demands accountability from the government, in the very least, we can be assured of the fact that this protest is not going anywhere. But what we have to keep an eye on now going forward are the Delhi police cases that will be brought against the protesters to see what exactly they're going to do, whom they're going to name. Remember, they have access to all the CCTV visuals. So what evidence will be presented before courts against protesters? And, if there's going to be a counter response against the Delhi government, what that will be. And on the other hand, how opposition leaders are going to hold the government accountable for what has been done in Delhi. These are all things that are moving right now, and we'll continue to bring you measured and fact-checked updates as we go forward.